guys, it's Kaz here, and today I'm going to be doing my what I've been watching videos. So, two things. First of all, I used to do these and then I stopped, but I don't know why. I do know why, because nobody watched them, but I really enjoy doing it, so I've started again. Deal with it. Number two, after this video, of course, because this is coming out on a Friday, but after this video I've decided that Wednesdays are going to be my non-bookish days, so I like talking about other stuff, I like doing other stuff. So I've decided that if I want to do a video about a journal or art project or trailer reaction or talking about a movie or TV or whatever, Wednesday's going to be my day. But obviously today's not that day because it's Friday. So I'm just going to kick straight in, and also obviously today's Friday, I'm going to be announcing the winner of the giveaway that I set out in motion, just saying words now, the giveaway that I announced last Thursday. I am pre-filming this, so my sponsors would deal with that. They'll tell you who won in a bit. So yeah, let's just kick straight in. I'm not going to go through everything, I'm going to go through stuff. So first of all, I watched the Taskmaster New Year's treat thing. This was a one-off Taskmaster where they had a bunch of different people just doing one episode, and obviously it was great because Taskmaster is always great. Can't wait for the next series. Don't know exactly when it's coming out, but it should be soon. If you haven't watched Taskmaster, do, because it's really great and silly and over the top and brilliant. So watch it. Here's the thing, I actually watched Shadow and Bone. I watched the first episode when it came out, whenever that was, a long time ago. I watched the first episode and for some reason it didn't quite grab me, and then I just didn't go back to it. And then in January I finally did go back to it and I watched the whole of the rest of the series. It's quite funny actually, because as soon as I watched the last episode, like the cast announcement for season 2 came out, so I feel like maybe waiting was a good thing because I'm not going to have to wait as long for the next season. But yes, really enjoyed it. Here's the thing, not a massive fan of Shadow and Bone, the books. They were alright. I gave the first book 3 stars. I think I gave the second and the third book maybe like 3.54 stars because Nikolai existed, and he was the main reason why I think those books were alright. But yeah, I really enjoy Six of Crows duology, so I knew I was going to enjoy that side of things. But Shadow and Bone, I was like, don't really care about the books. That might be a good thing though, because sometimes if you love a series of books so much, the TV show's trash. So maybe it's a good thing that I'm not like really attached to the books, so I don't really care that they change stuff about and they change the pacing, they change the timing of this certain things about. I have never understood the fascination with the Darkling, still don't, but at least with this TV show people also don't hate Mal as much as they do in the books, because that's one thing I never understood. Why does everyone hate Mal, who is a bit of a moody teenager who doesn't show his emotions properly? Sometimes he's a little bit of an arse to Alina because he's like, do I like you, do I not like you? He's a teenager, so people hate on him in the book, but they fuck with the Darkling so much, like they want him to get with Alina, they love him, they think they should be together, and he's literally the person that burnt down her orphanage home, hung the people from the trees, spoilers for the books, like he is a bitch, but people love him and hate Mal. Don't understand it. That's not even about the series, but yes, the TV show. I very much enjoyed the TV show. It was good. Glad I finally actually watched it. Oh, here's the thing, I love Matthias, he's so sweet. Yeah. He wasn't my favourite in the book, but he's one of my favourites in the series because I think he's just really sweet. But I think that's just the fact that I think a lot of European accents, when they speak in English, sometimes they sound sweet. Anyway, let's carry on. I don't even think he's European in real life. Anyway, we'll carry on. What else did I watch? I watched Druk, season 7. This is the German version of Scam, which is Norwegian, which is just about a group of teens living their best life. This is season 7 of Druk. I've not watched all of the seasons, so I don't know everybody's in and out personalities, but yeah, I very much enjoyed it. A little bit pacing issues, but I liked it. I've just watched it on YouTube. Someone uploads it there with subtitles on. It's just about Izzy living their life. This series follows Izzy and it's more about gender identity, but also friendship and toxic friendships and relationships, all that jazz. Druk season 7. Let's watch the show on Netflix called Kits. This is also German, and it's basically a year prior the main character's brother died in a car accident, and then she blames this like posh girl that he was seeing because they live in the Alps, I think, or they live in some sort of high altitude mountainous area where obviously when the season comes along, loads of rich people come along and stay there in their fancy rich people homes, holiday homes. So she tries to get in with that group to ruin this girl's life. It's very teen drama. It's very the poor people against the rich people, which seems to be like a thing that is big at the moment. Like Elite was the same, Blood and Water, which I'm going to talk about in a minute, is kind of the same. But I enjoy it. Sometimes I just want to put a bit of a trashy teen show on and enjoy it, and there's twists and turns and betrayals and drama and all that, and I enjoyed it. And there was twists. We like twists, so there definitely seems to be a season 2 coming probably. And also it went further than I thought it was going to go, so yes. I also watched Stay Close, which was the new, what's he called, Harland Coben? He's an author dude that writes mystery thriller things, I think, and then like loads of his TV shows that also happens. So I watched Stay Close, which is the most recent one. Obviously there are some discrepancies, like it's about this one girl who used to be a stripper at this club and then got in with the wrong people, and then it's been like 10-15 years or whatever, and then like the past is coming to get her, and nobody knows she's there, and she literally lives in exactly the same place. That obviously I understand that that is silly. Like, how have none of these people's cross paths just going to the shop or going down to the pier? I don't know, but other than that I thought it was really fun. It was really interesting. There was a lot of twists. Those two, the girl and the boy, I don't know what the fuck that was about though, because that seemed very, like, all of it seemed based in reality, and then those two fucking musical theatre dancing about being absolutely wild. I don't know what they were. It felt very out of place, but, you know, just a bit weird. I enjoyed it. I've also been watching quite a bit of Landscape Artist of the Year, which is random. I like watching people paint stuff. I got Now TV for £1 a month at the moment, so I've been going through there. It's just 8 people each episode go and paint a landscape, and then they pick which one's the best, and then at the end somebody commissions something, and then it's just about painting, and I like stuff about painting. I also watched another thing about painting later on in the month, which was called Fake It, Fake the Great Masterpiece Challenge, where each episode, there's like 8 episodes I think, or 6, something like that. Each episode they get an artist to like create the best fake that they can, put it in a museum in England, and then try and get like Joe Public to walk around and look at art more to try and figure out which one is the imposter, to try and like look at art closer and look at the colours and look at the way that it's done. It's just to get people to look at art better, and then they guess which one's the imposter, and then they see if they're right. It was fine. Let's just head on over to the message from one of the sponsors right now. They'll tell you the winner of the giveaway as well, and then I'll be back with more words about TV shows and stuff. Oi, 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 oi. Oh, Monts, help me pick one of them. Help me pick a winner. Pick one. Is that the one you're picking? Are you sure? Because there's loads everywhere. We'll go with that one then. Oh, I need to try and reach it now and open it with one hand. Oh, this is not going well. One second, I just need to open this with my teeth because I've only got one hand. Yes, thanks, Monts. Thank you very much. And the winner is Helen's Bookhaven, the Carnelian Fox. Yay! So I will get in contact with you and get that sent over to you, and I really hope you enjoy the... Thanks, Monts. I really hope you enjoy the book. You're cute. So I also watched a show called Capitani, which is Luxembourgish, which, side note, didn't even know it was a language. Obviously I knew it was a country. I didn't know they spoke Luxembourgish. There you go, learn something new every day. But yeah, this is another one of those sort of detective mystery shows. I watched this because it was sort of in the recommended for Stay Close, because I sort of got into that sort of vibe of wanting to watch those sort of things. And yeah, it's about this detective dude called Capitani, and he goes to this certain small village because somebody has died, and then obviously it's like, who did it? And everybody is a bit weird and nobody's telling the truth about stuff. This one I did feel like it was a little bit weaker than other things I've watched. Like the big reveal at the end didn't hit crazy hard, and I liked the getting there, but when we got there I was like, oh, is that it? I understand. It was fine. Also, I feel like it might be one season, but also there was a cliffhanger at the end, and also he read a note at the end, but we don't know what the note said. But I don't know if it ever went on to another series, and if it didn't, that's annoying. But it might not be their fault. But yeah, it was fine if you're looking for that sort of thing. It exists. About a girl that dies, and then her sister is also missing, and then all the people are all dodgy and he's trying to figure out what's going on. I did also feel like one of the things that also made me think this wasn't as good as some of the other sort of things in this genre was the detective. Some of the things he did, I'm like, I thought you were meant to be the clever dude. Like straight away he was like, oh, she probably fell. And then the girl, like the police woman that lives in that area, is like, do you not want to check up there and check for evidence? He's like, nah, be right. Like, I thought you were meant to be the detective here. Shouldn't you be the one that's saying, let's check everything? Little things like that just felt like, how can this dude be the big bad detective dude that's amazing if he also says, nah, she probably fell, and didn't even look for evidence until a bit later. It's just a bit sus to me. But anyway, that was that. Capitani. Blood and Water, I mentioned this earlier. This is from South Africa. It is in English, but they do speak various bits of different African languages throughout, so I just have the subtitles on throughout. I don't know if without the subtitles it does give you them bits, but I just leave it on throughout. And yeah, dead camera battery. But what I was saying was, Blood and Water season 2, this, like I mentioned earlier, is another one of those ones where it's a girl from a poorer family going into the rich space and trying to figure out what's going on. But in here, in the first season, we find out that as a baby, her older sister was stolen, and they've never figured out where she is or who she is. And then she sees this other girl, and she's adamant that this is her older sister because they share the same birthday or around the same time, and she just feels the vibes, you know. So she gets into this school and is trying to figure out stuff, and there's loads of people being dodgy and stuff that you shouldn't talk about and you shouldn't know about, and go and stalk certain people, and then certain people disappearing. And season 2 just carries on with that, and they find out more stuff, and they find out a specific stuff, and the end is very like explosive. So yeah, I feel like I can't really talk about season 2 because obviously it carries on from the first season, but I enjoy it. It's a good time. Again, it's one of those ones that's like a teen thriller type thing, so it's more fun to watch rather than really intricate, but it is quite intricate as well. So if you like intricate thrillery things but also trashy teen stuff together in one, Blood and Water, there you go, it works. I also watched the first couple of episodes of The Legend of Vox Machina, which was a fun time. I've never watched the podcast thing or whatever it's called. My sister loves it, she raves about it all the time, so I feel like I knew it anyway, but it was a great time. It's animated about this D&D group just getting into hijinks and fun times like that, and I very much enjoyed it. And to be fair, when I'm filming this, I think the next episodes might be out, so good times. And then the last thing I'm going to talk about today is the woman in the house across the street from the girl in the window. Here's the thing, when I was watching this, I was like, my mind kept changing. Is it satire? Is it real? Is it a joke on these sort of, the woman in the house, the street with the girl, the thing? Is it satire or is it a real thing? Are they trying to take themselves seriously? Are they just stupid? It was very that, because it was very serious but also very silly at the same time. And it was kind of confusing my little mind. So in here we have the woman in the house who's doesn't have a family anymore. They broke up. Her daughter died. Side note, when we found out how the daughter died, I was like, no, this is definitely satire, surely, because that's just what? Yeah, and she just drinks all day and she sits in her house looking out the window, and then new people next door across the road turn up and she's watching them, and then she witnesses a murder, but then everyone's like, you didn't witness a murder, you're just a drunk. The person's alive, but are they alive? And then the twists and turns, and like certain characters turn up for about 10 seconds and then you never hear from them again, and it's weird. And the ending, like after finding out how the daughter died, I was like, no, this is definitely just stupid and satire. But then as I was watching it, I was like, well, it's pretty decent though. I'm liking the way it's just going through it. And then the ending is just like, no, this is definitely satire, and if it's not, then it's terrible. It's really weird. It's like, if it's taking the piss out of itself, it's good. If this is a story that's serious, it's terrible. It's weird how that can exist in the same light. But yeah, some of the things was just really weird and silly and over the top. Some of the things were really interesting, and I like the way they were done. It's a weird one. It is a weird one. Also, on one of the episodes at the start, she's looking on like Instagram, she's trying to figure this stuff out, and she says, bingo. 3 times in a row, and I was like, no, this is definitely satire, because it's been a minute. And she's like, oh, but let me find about this woman. Bingo. Oh, but I need to find out which place she lives in. Bingo. Oh, and I need to know exactly her address, looking on the internet. Bingo. It's like, stop saying bingo, woman. Yeah, it was a time, and it's weird, but it's good. It's random, it's strange, it's easy to watch and consume, but it's weird. So yeah, we'll just end there, and if you've watched this, let me know down below what you watched in January, or if you've seen any of these things. If you want, let me know. I know not many people watch this, probably more so because I'm announcing the giveaway, but people probably just skipped to that and they said, nobody cares what you're watching, but I enjoy it, so I'm doing it. I know this will get 10 views. So yeah, let me know down below what you watched, or if any of these sound interesting, or I don't know who the winner was yet because I haven't done it because it's not the day, but congratulations to whoever won that, and hopefully you enjoy the book that I send out, whichever one it is. I don't know yet. Future me will have those knowledges. So yeah, if this is your first video by me and you enjoy it, then please check out some of the others. And if you continue to enjoy, then please subscribe, that'd be awesome. Anyway guys, I will see you in a few days with another video. Bye.